Okay, giving everybody just a moment to load in because load times can vary due to, like the time of day, how busy AltSpace is, all that kind of stuff. Maybe it's the alignment of the planets and the stars, things like that. But while we wait, if you happen to notice, we have Raven Eye over here in the corner. This is actually our YouTube camera. If we have any usable content today, this will go out on YouTube probably in about a month because we're behind on the videos. But if you want, you can feel VR famous by waving out and being like, "Hey, YouTube, how's it going?" We got a lot of people in here. We've got Billy Bob, we've got Boss of West, we've got Autumn, we've got Hummingbird, we've also got Cormac 212 and Foxy. So if you want to meet any of these nice people, come on in AltSpace. I think you'll enjoy it. All right, avatars, listen up. Let's get all of you in the air. What you want? How many of you have never flown before? Put your arms up if you've never flown. Let me see that. Wow. Okay. How many of you are new to AltSpace? If you're new to AltSpace, put your hands up. Let me see. All right, cool. Well, welcome to AltSpace. I think you're going to enjoy it. What you want to do is you want to press that blue and white triangle button in your lower left. Now, once you click on that, your main menu is going to open up in front of you. You're going to see all these tabs on the very bottom. Down toward the lower right, you're going to see a settings tab that has a cogwheel icon right above it. And if you click on that, you're going to see on the left-hand side of the page, you have all these different categories. The third one down on the left says input. Now, if you click on input on the top center panel, you're going to see the word fly. So next to the word fly is a white circle that's going to change your life forever because when you press on it, it's going to toggle to blue and you're now in flight mode. Right now, this is basic flight because if you're new to VR and you still get a little motion sickness, it's a great way to start out. But there's also the flight tool. You also go ahead and press that close tab in the lower right, the X with the circle, and you'll be able to see again. So hey, everybody, all you have to do now is just push forward on that left thumbstick and look up, and you're going to go right up into the air. Just like that. Now you see where your head, which can feel kind of weird. You'll notice if you tilt your head sideways and move sideways, your avatar is going to go up or down depending on which way your avatar is facing. Right? To get used to this sensation, what you can do is fly out through this doorway here, and outside you're going to see these red rings. If you go up to the red rings, you're going to get up to the tower where you'll discover a type of teleportation that feels like fast flight. If you want to get there in style, though, you'll notice at the end of the runway is a gray wall. Next to that gray wall is an aircraft with an open door. If you go in through that open door, you're going to find on the console there's a launch button. Now, you know that pointer that's coming out of your right hand? If you aim that pointer right at that launch button, your target is going to start to spin. And when it does, all you have to do is squeeze your trigger, just squeeze and release it one time, and one of these ships will attach to you. They're spinning turbines and engine noise, and you can fly around, and it's a lot of fun. And if you guys have any questions, like you'd like to learn how to use the flight tool, or you're building worlds in AltSpace and you're stuck, or you're thinking about hosting an event and you have questions, just feel free to ask. I'll be here for the duration of the event, which is about another half hour. There you go. So just come up and see me if you have any questions. Anybody have any questions to start out with?
No.
Okay, that's cool. Well, let me know if you need any help or if you have any questions, and go check that out and try flying the ship around.
Yeah, I've got a question. I don't have a little flight wand. I don't have a flight wand thing that I can see anyway.
Okay, well, it looks like you're in basic flight mode, which is a great way to start out if you're new to VR, but there is also the flight tool. Now, the flight tool is a much faster way to get around, so if you suffer from any kind of motion sickness, just be aware of that, right? If you want to press the blue and white triangle button, we can get you started and show you how to use that.
Sure.
You press the blue and white triangle button, and now you'll press the settings tab in the lower right, and now on the left-hand side, you're going to see a category that says items. If you press on items, you're going to see that the flight tool is there, and you press the spawn button next to it, and your menu will close, and a flight tool will appear in the air in front of you. Remember, people can steal this away from you by grabbing it, so if it disappears, that's probably what happened. But if you aim at your pointer at it, hang on one second, aim your pointer and squeeze the grip button when the target gets on it. Wait, hang on. Wait. This is very important. Stay still. Don't move. All right, hang on. Up all the stuff down. All right, just sign the waiver. That's extremely important. That's legally binding. All saw. He signed it, right? All right. So what you want to do right now is you'll notice you can hold it in either hand. I find it's better to hold it in the left hand because this way you can make turns with your right thumbstick. And be all like that when you move. All right. So what you can do is hold it in either hand, but whichever hand you're holding it in, the trigger hand of the controller you're holding it, that's going to be how you move. So you're holding it with the grip button, and now you squeeze your trigger, and you can draw lines with it. Small lines is going to move you slowly in either direction, but if you draw long lines, it's going to move you very quickly. So if you draw a long line straight up, you're going to smash your head into the ceiling, and that's why you signed that waiver at the very beginning. There you go. Okay.
Woo.
There you go. Well, see? Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to get used to. It's very dangerous. There you go. Whoa, look at him. He's slamming into the camera. He's everywhere. It does take some time to get used to it. What you'll find is it can help if it looks like somebody stole it from you. Yeah, that can happen too. It's another reason we teach the basic flight first. And it looks
Billy
like it
Bob?
might have been Billy Bob.
That guy?
Possibly. All right, so
No, that's my-
Billy
that's
in
mine.
an instance like that, if he
That's
doesn't give
mine.
it back to you, what
You
you
can
want to
borrow
do
mine.
is, okay.
It's
You can always,
behind you.
wait,
Yours
I
is
see it. It's
behind
right
you.
behind you. Wait, don't run. Hang on. Okay. Wow, this is chaos. All right, it's
Sorry,
actually
Billy
right
Bob.
behind you.
Here's your.
All
Whoa!
right, wait. Just stay still. Don't move.
Oh,
We'll
no,
get it
I've
back
got
for you.
two. Yeah,
All right,
this
there you
is
go.
yeah.
There's one right
Thank
there.
you.
If you use two, you can go really fast. I think that was the one. All right, and if you do lose one, you can always spawn another one by using that same trick to go in your main menu. But they do get stolen a lot, which is one of the reasons I don't teach that first, because you'll have like 15, 20 people in here, and somebody will spawn a pen, and there'll be like one guy in the corner collecting all the pens and like, sticking it behind his back going, I don't know why it's not working. And then you have another guy over here going, why don't you teach the flight tool first? Everybody prefers the flight tool. Meanwhile, you got somebody over here who's got vertigo and they blame you for it. So I think it's better to start it with the basic flight first. There's some of the problems you have hosting this event. But yeah, they are a lot of fun to use. It's very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, you can actually spawn two of them and go really fast, but try not to do more than two because that can affect performance of the space. And then the admins will take them away and they'll be like, this is why you can't have nice things. And everybody's going to be like, hey, you remember the flight tool? That was cool. I remember when we used to be able to use the flight tool. That was awesome. And then what happened was they spawned 15 of them at the Flight Academy and we lost them. There we go. So there's that whole thing. Laughter. That's good. That's cool. That's a good sign. All right. Does anybody have any questions at all? Questions about world building and hosting? What's that?
I've got a quick question about home space. Is there a way of like quick editing your home space instead of creating a whole new world? Can you do things like take the pictures off the walls or change the color of the sofas or?
That's a fantastic question. It's also kind of hard to explain, right? The world that you're in was basically built a piece at a time, like through world building kits. All right, but what they have is they have ready-made worlds that are called templates. Now, there's no way to actually change the existing template. You can kind of like fake it in a way by putting objects over things. Like, so if you don't like the picture that's there, you can put a picture over that picture. Now, that picture will still be there. It'll just be behind the new picture, right? Or maybe there's like a really ugly couch and you can't stand it. You put a cube over it. You won't be able to see the couch anymore, but it'll still be there because it comes in on the template. But if you build it like through kits, you don't have to worry about that because you can put it, however you want. You can actually make your own templates as well using a program called Unity, and that way you can like really get into the whole customization of it. We're going to be having a world like that coming out soon where we do a second version of the space. Hey, Courtney, what's going on?
Cool.
Welcome. Let's see. We also got a bunch of people. We got Wayne. All the people just
Got
came
a
in.
whole load of people here.
Credit.
I see that. Hey, Matt, how's it going? What's going on, everybody? Wow, I got really crowded all of a sudden. All the pressure. All right, how many of you guys have never flown in Altspace before? If you've never flown in Altspace before, put your hands up like this. Get an idea of what's going on. Okay, cool. Avatars, listen up. Let's get you in the air. What you want to do is you want to press that blue and white triangle button. Now, when you press that, your main menu is going to open up in front of you, and you're going to see that you have all these tabs on the very bottom. Now, one of those tabs is on the very bottom is called Settings. It's on the lower right-hand side. You press on Settings, and you're going to see all these categories on the left-hand side. One of those categories is going to say Input. So if you go ahead and press on Input, you're now going to see in the center panel, there's the word Fly at the very top, and there'll be a white circle there. If you go ahead and press on that white circle, your life will be changed forever. All right? So what you're going to do is just press that Close tab in the lower right, and you'll be able to see again. And so, hi, everybody. How's it going? If you followed those instructions okay, you're now in flight mode. If you missed them, I'm happy to go over again. But all you have to do is just move your left thumbstick forward and look up, and you're going to go right up into the air, right? Which, if I was in flight mode, that would have worked. Here we go. All right, now, if you tilt your head, right, to the side, you're going to find that your avatar goes up or down, depending which way you have your head tilted, right? Now, to get used to the sensation, because it's pretty strange, what you can do is go out through this doorway here and go up through those red rings up to the tower. And up at the tower, you'll discover a type of teleportation that feels like fast flight. We call it zip lining. You'll zip line down on that yellow X. You'll feel a tremendous sense of accomplishment. But if you want to get there in style, you'll see at the end of the runway, we have a gray wall. And if you go next to that gray wall, there's an aircraft with an open door. And that pointer that's coming out of your right hand, if you've ever wondered what that's for, this is what that's for. If you go inside that aircraft, you're going to see there's a launch button. And if you aim at that launch button and squeeze the trigger, one of these ships will attach to you. They have spinning turbines and engine noise. They're a lot of fun to fly around in. So go ahead and give it a try. And if you guys have any questions about world building, event hosting, Altspace, or if you'd like to learn how to use the flight tool, I'll be here for the duration of the event, which is basically another 15 minutes. So just come and see me. Anybody have any questions? Anybody? No? Okay, there we go. Hey, Courtney. Hey, Matt. What, did you guys bring a whole bunch of people in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thanks for that. That's cool.
Yeah, we
All
just.
right.
I have
We
great
had an
difficulty
event.
controlling my pen.
We had an event and.
I have difficulty
we were all
controlling my
kind of
pen. I've
in
had
and
it.
out.
Okay, wait 1 second. Paul, what was that? You're having what with the pen?
Great difficulty controlling the pen.
All right, well, check it out. We can take care of that for you. All right. Thing to remember with the flight tool. All right, couple of things. First of all, wait, stop pressing any buttons. Just stay still. All right. Most important thing is that you sign the waiver. That's legally binding in like every country. All right, cool. So what you want to do right now is you can hold the pen in either or the flight tool in either. You could also have it stolen, which is kind of a problem. All right. That's one of the disadvantages to it. Right. But you can hold it in either hand. Right. Just by squeezing that grab button, that third button on the side of your controller. All right, you got that? All right, wait, hang on. Wait, don't press anything. Don't press a thing. Wait, stay perfectly still. This is very dangerous. What you want to do is I prefer myself to hold it in my left hand. This way I can touch my right thumbstick and go into these circles here like that, right? So that can help. But now the movement is controlled by your trigger button. So you've got your third finger holding it on the side. That's how you're holding it. But the way you're activating it, think of it as like a throttle. Right? Or, an accelerator. If you squeeze your trigger, right, that's going to make it work, right? So it's a trigger button on your index finger. If you draw small lines with it in any direction, it's going to move you very slowly in that direction. There you go. All right. Now what you're going to find is if you draw long lines, it's going to make you go very fast. So if, for example, you drew a long line straight up into the ceiling, well, right now you'd go into space, but normally I say you'd smack your head in the ceiling, and that's why you signed the waiver. But right now, we'd have to send out a search party. It'd be very ugly. It'd be bad. We'd have to send out a whole search party out in the mountains. We'll be like, yeah, we remember that guy. Remember that Paul Laugh guy when he got lost at the academy? It was very sad. We sent out a whole search party. We looked for hours, and we never saw him again. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. I did get lost. I got shot off into space. I'm still here. I got it now. Slowly moving. I see.
There you go. Yeah, that's how you get the hang of it, basically. The slow movements. Like you'll see, like Courtney's doing it so slow, it's like she's floating, right? Which looks really cool.
Just kind of hovering.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to get used to it. They're small movements, and these are actually great to use with world building as well. Like if you're placing an object, like let's say I'm holding this mug here and I'm trying to place it somewhere. You'll find when you move it just with the thumbstick that the movement's kind of jerky and it's kind of hard to get like exact positioning there. But if you're using the flight tool, you can very smoothly place it exactly where you want it to go. Of course, it's going to fall over because the colliders on this are all broken. The new ones are better. The new ones are much better. Oh, there he goes. Look at that.
I've also noticed.
Speaking of new ones, Courtney. Wait, what did you say?
No, with the flight stick, when you're quite close to the ground but you're hovering, when you kind of let go of it, you just kind of drop to the ground anyway.
Yeah, and then the flight will actually turn off. Your flight mode will actually turn off when you do it to the ground. Yeah.
When will we get legs? You seem to have half legs.
We used to have legs. We used to have legs, actually.
Yeah, we used to have legs.
But we gave them up so that we could have more people in here. But
we gave them up
at one time there was legs, necks, arms, really everything. And what happened was first they took our necks away. That was horrible. Then they took our legs, but they gave us the necks back. And arms I haven't seen since they took away body tracking. It was just, of course that's a good thing. Because back when they used to have arms, when somebody lost their tracking, weird things would happen. It looked painful. Like you'd see avatars and their elbows would be like shooting out like 12 feet to the side. This new guy would come in and he'd get stabbed by somebody's elbow. It was very ugly. It was brutal. There'd be screams of terror. The way they used to do the one-on-ones were a lot more brutal than they do them now. It was tough. But
you've got shorts. You've got half legs, haven't you? You've got some shorts. None of us have
That's all in the avatar options. You can go to the avatar clothing options and find one that works for you.
Your trousers.
Yeah, exactly. So you can make adjustments there and find out what works for you.
Everybody.
Yeah, exactly. You look at the same as if anything, yours is a little bit longer. They're all different options. So just play around with those.
I want a horse. I'm a cowboy.
A horse, actually, it's funny you mentioned that. We worked on something like that for a little while. We might actually still release it. So keep an eye out for that because we might come up with something along those lines.
Can you bring one in?
You can ride a horse like as an MRE, which is pretty cool.
Yes. Yeah. What we were doing was we were controlling the level of the world to get that done. It is possible to do it.
Courtney, what's an MRE?
I'm probably not
like a variable
able to It's like.
Oh, I can
It's
answer.
like
I know.
Yeah, go on.
No, you can. You can answer.
All right, listen. The MRE stands for Mixed Reality Extension, all right? And basically, it's a scripted language, right, where you can make cool things happen. Like you see the ships that are flying around, people are actually flying those, and it's because they're interacting with the MRE. But it can do other things too. Like if it could be, and actually some of it's very basic. Like believe it or not, the stuff that makes us be able to grab these mugs here, right? This is also basically a stripped down form of an MRE. So it's but if you're interested in learning that stuff, they have on Wednesdays and Thursdays they have the SDK meetup, which is a great way to get information on that stuff. It's
mixed reality
curve, but absolutely worth it.
Mixed reality
extension. Mixed reality extension.
Okay.
Yes, and if you go to the SDK meetup, they teach you all about that stuff, and it's very rewarding to get into, but there is a steep learning curve, and it does make a lot of interactable stuff possible. You see one of our events called the Shark Time, and that show is pretty much governed by the MRA. For the most part. Some parts of it aren't. It just looks like the MRA.
I just told a whole group of people that I brought in about Shark Time, and I was showing them the new prize kit as well.
Oh, nice, cool. Yeah, we just released that on Saturday. It's not ready to go technically yet. As far as you'll be getting yours before the Wednesday show, because we hit sort of a problem. Because when I was in there last night announcing it, I noticed at the top of the tanks, they're supposed to have a light up there, but it was dim, and I was like, wait, no, that didn't come in. So I just got to basically drag this one thing. It's going to happen very quickly, though. You should get yours in the next day or so. But we have this whole kit thing.
Cool,
That's cool that you took a group there. That's nice. That's awesome. Good stuff.
Because someone mentioned Shark Time, and I was like, oh right.
Wait, someone mentioned Shark Time. What did they say? Was it good? Was it positive? What are the people saying?
It was something. I think it was to do with the mug at first, and then someone was like, oh yeah, you can win that in Shark Time, and
cool.
And then
wow, word's getting around. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I like that.
Michael,
how did people like the prizes?
They were seeing the they liked it very much.
Awesome. My favorite one is the Moby fish. The movement on that came out great. It's like very, very fluid the way it goes down. It's my favorite piece. My wife likes the Angus one better with the light that
the light
fish,
but that's adorable.
I don't know. I'm a Moby guy myself. I think the Moby fish is awesome. It looks very cool.
They're all really good.
Michael, how did you learn to speak so quickly? Or do you always?
I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and that's kind of like they make you talk this fast. If you don't, they kick you out of the state, and you get shoved out to another state. Until you try again. They let you try again though. You come back in a year, and so it's okay.
Okay.
Test when you
practice. I practice, man. I practice.
Oh, you speak pretty quickly. It's not like you talk slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But actually growing up in New York, and basically everyone in the Northeast and in the U.S. they speak very quickly, and I've got sort of a double dose of it for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but I have to put special effort into speaking slowly. I can do it. I just have to concentrate.
It makes you pay attention when somebody's speaking quickly. You have to pay attention.
Yeah, but it also makes it more difficult to understand too. And if you want to be understood, you have to make an effort to speak slowly. You have to concentrate and speak like
You're
this.
doing
You're
very
a lot of
good,
work
very
and
good.
enunciating. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm now speaking slowly. There we are. This is my voice speaking
That's a little
slowly.
too slowly.
But yeah, exactly. So there's probably some kind of like sweet spot in there. I should probably practice.
Right, exactly.
But it's funny because in the past week I've gotten a lot of comments on that. About could you slow down? And I'm like, no, I don't really want to slow down. I'm gonna keep moving. But, okay, I want to go faster. But yeah, that's what that is. So there we are. But did anybody have any questions at all? About Altspace, device, anything like that?
No.
Yeah. How did you guys like the new on the new coffee? How did you guys like the moving texture?
Yeah.
That's cool, right?
Nice.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that came out way better than I expected. I had no idea it was going to have so much dimension to it. It was just I saw this thing and I was like, wow, and I just couldn't wait to get it out there.
I love
it has milk in it too.
That's the part I'm not crazy about. I don't put milk in my coffee.
That's how I take my coffee though with
milk. There you go. So you're set.
I love it.
And that's actually why we put it in, because people would sit here and they'd ask, I put milk in my coffee. I want mine equally represented. So we said the next mug we make, we'd put it in, and that's why that happened. But now I want to go back and I want to redo these mugs because like now this one has like if you look at them, the logo is not really attached to the mug, but on the new one, the logo's actually on the texture.
I have
like we spray painted it right on there. It was very cool the way that went on.
Michael,
Yeah.
is Ravenhall?
What's that?
Is Ravenhall your company? Is it your company or?
Well, it's not technically a company yet. It's just my event team, and we put on about 10 shows a week, and we just started that. The whole name came from basically we had my house is very long, like a hall, and I was sick for a long time, and every day this raven would come to the back of my house, and it became a thing. So that's where the name came from. But it's our event team, and so that's about it.
You organise conferences, is that right? Marketing events, or I've got somebody else. No,
I can. I've spoken on a few panels and that kind of thing. But mainly we just stick to these 10 events a week. I've been approached a few times by some people who do like in-world teaching basically they'll be like a company and they'll be like, I got 50 employees, I want to bring them into VR. That kind of thing. And, they could have somebody like, host that type of thing. There's been some interest there, but for the most part, it's it's mainly just the 10 shows a week that I do. Yeah. But that's where all that came from. Yeah. It's cool that it looks like a company though. It's funny. When I first joined AltspaceVR, my first week in here, I go to a mingle and chill and my username's Ravenhall Labs, right? And so what happens was, I'm at this mingle and chill, and a guy comes up to me. He works apparently in Washington, D.C., in the capital of the U.S., and he started asking me for a job. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he thought because of the Ravenhall Labs, he thought I had like an actual lab. And I was like, I told him I didn't know anything about any death ray, and I just kind of moved off to the side.
No.
I think I got away with it. Just saying.
I only found out the other day that Washington State is different to Washington D.C.
That creates a lot of confusion. Yeah, they should change the name. It should be like the capital. This way nobody has to put any really effort in remembering it. Kids will do better in school. It's just an idea whose time has come. That's what I think. All right. Okay, everybody. So does anybody else have any questions at all? Because we're almost out of time. At the 3-minute mark.
No, that's great.
So they're coming from
First
Astro
time
Scientists.
cool.
We answered all their questions
Yeah, thank you so
already.
much for the information.
Oh, cool. All right. There we go.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. All right. I think I got that.
They saw the
Wait, Matt, I
shark in
didn't
our
hear you so clearly.
bathtub.
Say this again?
They saw this shark in our bathtub, and I said it's Sharky. He is
Oh, that's
co-hosting an
it.
event in here.
Wait, Sharky was co-hosting an event?
No, he's
was this about?
co-hosting your event.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the whole deal.
What is
We
Shark
told
Time,
them about
Michael?
it. and-
Shark Time's a game show where we give away world building kits. What happens is we have a few contestants that stand up there, and what we have is we ask them questions, and the audience votes on which contestant they like the best, and the one that has the lowest score, something happens to them, and we feed some sharks, and and then whoever's left at the end gets a prize kit. Courtney was our most recent winner. She's actually won
We
one
can
more
give good
time than anybody up
lessons.
there. What's that?
I
What-
said
what's
Courtney
that?
can give good lessons.
Yeah, she can give you strategies, some winning strategies if you're interested in winning the show.
Right.
There's also a special seasoning that's involved. The sharks seem to like it. It's good stuff there. And it's a nice custom set. You should come by. The next time we're running is just Wednesday at 6:30 Eastern. You check it out. We'll be on the events tab of your main menu. All right.
This
But
is a
everybody,
problem. It's given in
what's that?
and not given in Greenwich Mean Time. 6:30 Eastern means nothing.
Yeah, well, actually, if you go into your events tab, the times will be given in your local time zone. For me, it's Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, but for you, it may be another time. So if you go into your main menu and you go to your events tab,
11:30.
you're going to see a bunch of days listed out there. And if you go to Wednesday, you should see it there, probably on the, let's see, it's on this third page
11:30 p.m. on Wednesday.
toward the end there.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Events
Courtney has it in
planned.
Greenwich, right?
11
Yeah, it's twice a week.
11:30 p.m. on
11:30
Wednesday.
p.m. Wow, that's kind of late. Maybe we should roll back the time a little bit.
Oh, that's what it
Wednesday,
is in the
And
UK?
then
Yeah. It's at 11:30 at night.
Saturday
Yeah.
it's 12 a.m.
I'm not awake then.
Well,
Even
You're gonna have to. You got to do some early ones.
I like early nights.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I know that.
All right, everybody.
fine.
Well,
Yeah.
it looks like we
Okay,
are
thanks
about
a lot,
out of
Paul.
time,
Got
so
the
I'm
hang
going
of
to
this.
take off now. And
Get the hang of
thank
this.
you all for coming. You know, Courtney and Matt, thanks
Yeah.
for bringing people by. That's really nice of you. And I'll see you all later. Okay,
Cool.
thanks for coming.
worries.
Yeah. Thank
Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
Courtney,
Bye.
you're